this is your info bucket. In the last tutorial we talked about how to control LEDs using Arduino. In this tutorial I'll be teaching you to control servo motors using Arduino. Now let me brief you something about servo motors, also known as the robotic motors. It is actually a rotary actuator that allows you to control angular positions. It has two parts, a switchable motor and a position feedback to minimize the error in the positions. Generally, it requires a sophisticated controller like Arduino, or often a dedicated module is used which is specifically designed for servo motors. So let's begin. So here we have a servo motor. You can get it from any online stores in a worthwhile price, and Arduino UNO board, USB cable, and couple of jumper wires. So servo motor has three female header pins. The brown colored one right here is the ground header. So let me use this jumper wire to connect it to the ground pin of Arduino. So here it is, the ground pin of Arduino. Now the red one is the 5-volt header. So I am using this jumper wire to connect it to the 5-volt pin of Arduino, and here it goes. And the saffron one is used for sending the commands. So I am connecting it to the 9th digital pin of Arduino. I am connecting it to the 9th digital pin of Arduino. So here it is. Now let's program it. Arduino board to the PC. Now let me open Arduino IDE. So this is our Arduino IDE. To control servos, we have to include a library from the sketch menu and servo. Yes, the servo library is included now. Now let me give a variable name to the servo. For this the syntax is servo my servo. So now you might be wondering why to give a variable to the servo. This is because when you deal with multiple servos, you need to give a variable to each servo motors to control it individually. So now you need to specify in which pin you have attached the servo motor. So we have attached it to 9th digital pin of Arduino. So for this the syntax is my servo dot attach 9. Right? And now what I want to do is to rotate the shaft of the servo to 0 degrees. So for this the syntax is my servo dot right 0. Yes, it takes the input in degrees. Now let me save the program. Let me name it servo, and I am uploading the program. Now let's see what happens when I put the 5-volt header to the Arduino pin. So as you can see, now this is turned to the 0 degree of the servo motor. So this is the 0 degree, and it rotates from 0 degrees to 180 degrees. So let's try some other stuff with the servo motor. To rotate the shaft of the servo motor to the 0 degree, then again to 180 degree, and then again to 0 degree. So for this we will be writing the commands in the loop function. So first of all, I want the servo shaft to go to 0 degrees. For this I have to write it to 0 degrees, and then let me give a delay of 1 second or 1000 milliseconds. Now again I want it to turn to 180 degrees, and again delay of 1000 milliseconds. So now let me save it and upload the program. You can see how it goes to 0 degrees and then gives a delay of 1000 milliseconds, then again goes to 180 degrees, give a delay of 1000 milliseconds, then again 0, and it continues in a loop. So this is all for it, guys. Meet you in the next tutorial. In the meantime, I want you to play with the servos. Goodbye.